Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Could people tell me how my mic is doing right now? Would people mind telling me that? Hello, 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 hello. It is I, shit. Hmm. Let me test something. Okay, hold on. Ooh, it's very noisy in the background here. That's what's going on here. No, I don't know where Nano is. Well, I've turned on noise. Whoa. Whoa. That's weird. Okay, hold on. It's being weird. I'm gonna turn down gain a little bit, because it's really high. Really, really high. Okay. Let's see. That should help a little bit. That should help a bit. That should make it a little bit better. I'm going to test something here. Apologies, this is going to get really bad for a second. I'm going to... Okay. Just play 360 games and say it's for the atmosphere. Amusing that you say that, Fokino, because there's a really good chance that tonight is going to be Dark Souls. Really good chance it's going to be Dark Souls. But no, it's not picking up my internal microphone, because I can assure you, you would not be able to understand what I was saying. The internal microphone's really bad. I'm just going to... play around a little bit more with the noise gate. Okay. What, in the Xbox mic? Hello, Golf Alpha Yankee. Hello. No, this is my gaming PC, as opposed to my streaming PC. It's actually kind of interesting. I was using it earlier, and I wasn't using it through OBS, but Noru was saying it sounded fine. So I don't know what the heck is happening there. Let's see. Does the noise suppression helping? And here's another question. Is the voice quality not rich, or is there a lot of interference? Could you tell me a little bit more about what's happening, folks? I already forgot which one I said. Gain is cranked. Okay. I am really close to the mic, but I can play around with the gain a little bit. Okay. I have played around with the noise gate. I have reduced the gain pretty considerably. Reduce the gain even. Okay. I love a scuff streak. All right. How is that? Hello, Vovern. Hello, Mix. Okay. So let's go with something like this. Okay. Yeah, I was like, because I've used this before and it didn't cause problems. This is not a new setup. This is the setup I used while. This is my travel setup. This is my travel setup. Um, this is my travel setup. So I'm surprised. I didn't modify anything. Okay. Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much, folks. Um, thank you very, very much. 65% having started at 8. Okay. We can take that. Lower gain a little bit more, but okay. I think this should be all right now. Be all right now. The mic is quite close to my face because it is a 3.5 millimeter that I pocket. This is acceptable. Okay. It is. It is very funny. I was literally talking with Noir about this because we were playing a little bit of Helldivers. He was asking what controller I use, and I'm using a Logitech mic that's based on a DualShock. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I just use an Xbox mic." I have held an Xbox, not an Xbox mic, Xbox. I have held an Xbox controller for like an hour of my life, and I have played like an hour of Halo 1. That is my entire Xbox game. I I can't imagine. Uh, I can't imagine. Okay, if there's still some audio cutout, then that means I know what's there. Change the close threshold on the noise gate. I am using a lot of noise gate. I'm not using any noise suppression. I'm just using a noise gate. Just using a noise gate. Probably so. It's the close threshold on the noise gate's a little bit aggressive. I have made it less. No noise suppression. There is a pretty noisy air conditioner. Probably a reflection of. That sucks. That's not great. Oh, that's not great. Testing purposes. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I have never been a controllers gamer. Hello, Wasteland. Hello, Wasteland. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today, Wasteland? Let's get into hellos. Let's get into hellos. Get into hellos. Thank you all for helping with the microphone. Thank you all for helping with the. Um, thank you all for helping me get in here. Hello to me. Hello to Saribot. Hello to Theo. Hello, Sparkly Anna. Hello, Fokano. Hello, Theo. Again, hello, Beautiful Angel. Hello, Golf Alpha Yankee. Hello, who am I missing? Hello, Akshi. Hello, Mr. No Talk. Thank you for the 15 watch streak. Very impressive watch streak. Hello, Mix. Hello, Vovern. And hello, Wasteland Mad God. Hello, of course. Hold on, did I miss anybody? Uh, hello. Oh, nope. I'm good. I'm good. Hello, everyone. And let's. Um. All right. Throat feels like you deep throated a lit votive candle. That makes sense. I'm guessing you were intubated. That makes sense. That is unpleasant, but understandable. Sense it is pleasant, understandable. Uh, Congratulations on being alive and on continuing to be alive. I have to ask Wasteland Mad God, want to feel really alive? Look like it is. The current gate strength. Thank you, Thea. Let's Let's try that. Let's try that. The close gate threshold is now like super, as far as I'm concerned. Now like really like lower than. Oh wait, no, there's noise suppression as well. Okay, I have removed Twitch. I've removed OBS noise suppression. I've removed OBS noise suppression. Discharge this afternoon. Good, 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 good. Okay. How do I sound now, by the way? I moved the noise suppression entirely. If I had thought about this more, I would have applied a compressor. That would have been wise. And actually, let's turn on the music. Fine so far. Seems better. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's okay. That's really good. That's really good. Pretty funny for a 50-cent microphone and no plugins, no Reaper. No Reaper. That's pretty good. Making myself huge. I'm just gonna be huge for. Will be easier to tell as time goes on. Okay, okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll be annoyed if it's like a latency thing, just because it's like I am traveling right now, so like I'm on an ISP that like I will probably have maybe one more stream with this internet, right? Like it's not likely I'm going to be using this. I'll probably be doing this on Sunday. And then maybe Monday. Maybe Monday. I would like to be back in my home for the Monday night stream. If I'm not, that's not a big deal. I'm sure I will be for the Tuesday. Sure I will be for the. But yes, the question facing us. Question facing us. What to stream? That is the. I don't particularly have like super intelligent things. Still recovering from illness. I am grateful, but I did spend a lot of time traveling today, so my brain is a little bit mush. I did spend a lot of that time listening to podcasts about ancient Egypt, which is always nice. That's nice. Plague Incorporated. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Souls. The biggest reason not to do Dark Souls is that is kind of like my plan Sunday. Interesting. That is... didn't think I had that enabled. Okay. I'm going to leave the gate. I'm honestly just checking to see if the controller has... and it doesn't look super great. Well, I can't hear Dark Souls noises right now. Got that going. Okay, did you hear those Dark Souls noises? Okay, so it's not coming through the mic. That's good. That's good. Mess around with my setup a little bit more to make it comfortable. You can hear the background noise right now? Well, it doesn't really matter, 'cause I'm planning on playing it, So, unless somebody really wants to see a city build. That's, like, really what I'm torn between. The controller is working. So, really, it's Dark Souls, for Nine Kings. Oh ho! Oh my god, they're going to add multiplayer to Nine Kings. Oh my god, that's exciting. That's exciting. That's really... Not Kerbals. I don't want a Kerbal. I certainly don't want a Kerbal with this kind of scuff setup I've got. Kerbals is not an option. Diplomacy is not an option. By contrast, is an option. Roman Triumph is an option. Those are kind of the options. Roman Triumph. Yeah, I don't have Pompeii installed on this machine. I don't. Kaiserpunkt's like a maybe. Play your favorite game. Insert game here. I only know the Leopard 1A4 from playing a lot of Wargame Airland Battle and Wargame Red Dragon, where I did play as the Germans. I did play as the Germans. That was my favorite fact. Because I'm lazy. Because I'm lame. So I played the Germans. The most boring option. Yeah, that makes sense to me, actually, Furosindros. That's weird, but it's also, like, it makes sense. I'm mostly just thinking about this from, like, the era it's from. Leopard 1A4... When was... Leopard 1A4 is old enough that lasers were not very good. Leopard 2 is, like when they get started. Yeah, 1965 to 1984. 1984 is when they stopped making Leopard 1 series. And so 1984 is like, lasers are good enough at that point, but I can imagine why they wouldn't really bother. And even then, like, that's when they stop. They're winding. What was Leopard 2? Leopard 2 kicks in 1979. So I can see why. Yeah, the A4 started in 74. Yeah, 74, that's pretty old for doing anything with lasers. I'm not basing this on me being like so much of a military nerd, but on the fact that I did study chemistry. And like you're expecting a lot out of you. Do I have Imperator? It's not installed. It is not installed right. I would have to install it. And I haven't played in a while. Okay, so that's a vote against Dark Souls. That's a vote against Dark Souls. Pretty strong vote against Dark. Ugh. I mean, Dark Souls is something that would be... Dark Souls, it does have a nice thing going for me in that Dark Souls is a game that like uses up enough of my attention that my sleepiness won't be a problem. That's kind of the advantage of it. Dark Souls has some advantages. As an action game, it won't interfere with my sleepiness. I should say my sleepiness will not be as much of an interference. It'll perk me up. Whereas, like, you know, Nine Kings or King of Dragon Pass, right? They seem to demand a lot more of my attention. You know, Dark Souls is just kind of easy, right? Oh, the Mangler is way better. Well, it's yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm trying to stream, right? I'm trying to stream. People say that, my understanding, right, Dark Souls is supposed to be hard. That's my understanding of the world. Dark Souls is supposed to be hard. It makes for an easier stream. Yes, it definitely makes for an easier stream. It is interesting how these things play off of each other. Right? Like, Dark Souls is a challenging game and a funny game, and those make it definitely a lot more those kind of like take some of the pressure off of me as the streamer. Calligraphy puts a lot of pressure on me. That one's always one of the most demanding. That one's always like a pretty high Rise of Nations. I don't feel like doing Rise of Nations. I mean, thank you for the suggestion, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I could do Rise. No, I'm not gonna do it. Affected by BDS, so that's kind of what really affected by. But yeah. Fairly long day. The cats that I am taking care of are sweethearts. I don't myself have pets. I didn't grow up with cats. Cats are... The majority of my experience with cats has actually been in the last, like, 10 years or so. I'm pretty good with animals as a... I feel pretty comfortable around most animals. I don't mind getting bit. I don't think they will. I do not think they will, Blue. They are very quiet cats. I have basically not heard them meow at all. And the friendlier one is even quieter. The friendlier one is like basically I have not heard her at all. The slightly more talkative one is also pretty quiet, but not as quiet. These are very quiet cats. I have tried meowing at them, which I always find very funny, but they have not risen to the... They have not taken the damn shame. Damn shame. Yeah. Let's take a look. I'm just looking at the games I've got currently. And honestly, like, some games that I don't have installed, it's not a big deal because they're super installed, but I'm not going to install, like, Payday 2. It's gonna take forever. I think it's gonna be Dark Souls. Meows all the time for Ox. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How many cats do you have? How many cats do you have? Yeah, I was in a dog household. I've been around a lot of animals a lot of my life. I think the only animals I really dislike being around are horses and squirrels. I do not like being around horses and those two I do like. Distance. I do like to have some distance. Admittedly, I haven't spent a lot of time in, like, close contact with cows. I've been, like, around cows vaguely. But not, like, a ton. Your feral very, very rarely meows at you. Cutting out at the end. Thank you for the heads up, but... Huh. let me around with... I'm gonna turn off the noise gate entirely. Okay, the noise gate's out entirely. Do you hear the background noise? Because I can see activity. This is unfiltered. Alright, I might just go unfiltered then. Alright. Low roar, but not enough to overtake anything. Hold on then. Okay, looking at the noise activity, my noise gets way too aggressive. Would help if I enabled it. Okay. Okay, this should be better. This should be better. Vovern, that is eerie. That is eerie. It is a window AC unit that's about 10 feet away. I might just turn it off. Might just turn it off. This is your job. But still, it's eerie. It's freaky. That's... Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely nuts, Nate. That is bonkers. That is some wild stuff. That is madness. I meanwhile can barely hear it, and I'm here in the room with it. But yeah, it was horses and scorpions. Scorpions, I also do not like. Horses and scorpions are the two animals that, like, I actually am just like, I would just really prefer not to be around these things. In the case of the scorpions, I don't think it's really, like, behavioral. It's just that, like, their weapon of choice is really, really obvious all the time. It's an unusual weapon of choice. Yeah, horses... I've talked about it before. I don't like being around horses. I do not like being around horses. Every once in a while I'll talk to somebody who's like, no, horses are only scared because, like, of you, and I'm like, I think that you're not good at telling when people are anxious. That seems like you are bad at reading the room. I am now convinced that the people who are like, oh no, horses are like super chill. I'm like, these people are just really bad at reading the room. They don't know how to read the emotional states of those around them. Because, like, the horses are so antsy, and it's not just me. It is definitely not just me. Turn off I just turned that off. Let's turned off the fan. Off the fan. But yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, horses hate experiences. Horses hate being around. They are simply sad to be alive. I, in general, don't like being around animals that are substantially bigger than humans, but horses also combine that general dislike I have with them being insanely anxious. I don't like being around a creature that is so jumpy. It reminds me, I say this very frequently, but I feel like being around a horse is a very similar experience to being around a meth head with a gun. That is generally how I feel about horses. Hello, Itsy Bitsy Bones. Yes, that is correct, Furo. That is correct. The big animals I've been around have been bears, horses, camels. I don't think I've actually been in that much contact with elephants. Haven't really done that. Too scared to be around horses? Yeah, that's kind of the core of what we're talking about, is that my dislike of being around horses. Oh, Jesus. That was loud. Oh, and let me make sure I got the dashboard open because I can't see it on stream anymore. Super Saiyan Trunks 28. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. You've been kicked by one. I'm glad you're alive. Those things can kill you insanely hard. Those things can kill you super duper hard. That's super scary. That's incredibly scary. That's terrifying, I would even say. I don't like that at all. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of that at all. That is very, very alarming. I would even say deeply miserable. Deeply, deeply miserable. You like my model? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me go grab it. Let me go grab this for you, Mr. Trunks. Or Miss Trunks, I shouldn't assume. That is my model artist. That is my model artist. My model commands are broken because I am traveling, and so I don't have a lot of my automation set up. It just flat out will not work. It just flat out will not work. It just flat out will not work. I might actually want to include that in the data, in the stream title. Super scuff. Okay. Person said that one was trained, but it wasn't, so I don't trust people's word for it. That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. People will say a lot of stuff. People will say a lot of stuff. And so I definitely see where you're coming from with not wanting to trust, just take people's word for it. I would not want to either. That's very, 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 very understandable. It's very, very understandable. It's very, very understandable. Hello, Galaxy Wolfstar. Hello, Galaxy Wolfstar. How are you doing? I love that emote. It makes me think of I don't know the person that's from, but it makes me think of Geop, who is easy to like, right? I'm just fiddling with some settings right now. Galaxy Wolfstar. I still haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once. Still haven't seen that one. I know people say it's really good, but I am very lazy. I'm pretty congested, but otherwise I'm not too bad. I am pretty congested, but otherwise not too bad. Is where I'm at. We have to start building shit. I have still only done moon landings. I haven't even landed on Minmoose. I haven't even landed on Minmoose yet. That's where I am in my Kerbal Space programming. And it's actually kind of frustrating. I was looking at old VODs, and I was looking at old VODs, and I got up to landing on the moon in like the first or second stream, and I've basically just been like beating my head against a wall for like 30 hours since then. And that's a little bit frustrating. It's like it's a bit frustrating. I'm not like a huge fan of that as like a type of stream. I'm pretty disappointed actually. Pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Yes, Kara. Yes, Kara. Did you finish up stream? Did you finish up stream? I'm traveling. I am traveling. So, I am traveling, so I don't have access to my usual tools. My entire OBS just has 2 scenes. It literally just has live and away. The only sources are alerts, chat, Fugi, the background music, and a screen capture. Oh, and the background. There's the background. There's so little. There's so little here. There's so little. There's nothing here. There is nothing here. There is nothing here. Yeah, I think I've settled it. I think I've settled it. I think I'm going to do Dark Souls. I think I've settled it on Dark Souls. I reserve the right to change my mind at a later moment. It would probably be Nine Kings if I do anything else. I do like Nine Kings quite a bit, but I think Dark Souls is probably the better stream. Unless somebody's really got an objection here. What else do I think about this in terms of like what will keep my energy levels up and my attention levels up? I think it's going to be Dark Souls. I think we're Dark Soulsing it. I think we are Dark Soulsing it. I think it's Dark Souls, baby. Actually, I don't know. Nah, I'm thinking about it again. I'm such an indecisive little shit. Such an indecisive little git here. Such an indecisive little bastard. There is Kaiserpunk, but I think Kaiserpunk is kind of at a point where, like, I don't know, it's more kind of I don't have a lot to say on it. It's a very, like, long game, Kaiserpunk, and I don't really know where I'm going with it. I don't really know where I'm going with it. Hello, Wea Biscuit. Hello, Wea Biscuit. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. I'm a little bit mentally out of it, and I'm congested. Mentally, I'm a little bit dim-witted right now. Just kind of a long day, right? I woke up early, got a lot of work done, traveled a whole bunch, and have been taking care of cats in the meantime. I have been taking care of cats. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Because I don't feel the pull. I don't feel that Green Goblin mask pull towards Dark Souls right now, as I so often do. I don't feel that pull. But I don't feel that pull towards anything right now. So they're nice enough kitties. They're nice enough kitties. I sometimes feel kind of bad about this, that I never quite have the sort of strong reaction that many people have towards animals. I am glad they're there. I am glad they're there. Just chatting is going to be brutal for me. Pure just chatting is going to be brutal for me. I need to do something to keep myself a little bit more focused than just chatting. I need a little bit more, because I don't feel like I'm the chats. Yeah, that's actually part of the comedy to me with Wea Biscuit, is that I don't think of myself as an animal lover, if I'm being completely honest. Untitled Goose Game's pretty good. Untitled Goose Game is pretty good. play solitaire. I do kind of want to get Forbidden Solitaire or Regency Solitaire. I don't have either of them, but they do both look pretty good to me. They do both look pretty good to me. I think I'm gonna Dark Souls. It's the only idea I've actually got. It's the only thing that's like sticking with me as like an idea, as opposed to just like a like I don't have anything better to do situation. So I think we're gonna Dark Souls. Yeah, I grew up with pets and dogs, and I. Like, I don't have, like, I know people have, like, this really strong reaction where, like, as soon as they see a dog or a cat, they're just instantly happy, right? Like, there's just, like, these instant strong reactions. And I just don't have that. I don't think this is a sign that there's something wrong with me. I want them to be happy and healthy. I want them to be happy and healthy. I mean, again, it's not that I am opposed to them or want them to be hurt. I do like people. I do like people quite a bit. I do like people quite a bit. And yeah, I just kind of like am around dogs and cats all the time and rabbits, and or at least was a lot, and just cool coexisting with them. It's a funny. The reason why this is kind of funny to me, right, is the like long-term veganism thing, is because people often assume, I think reasonably, that the veganism means that I'm going to be like a person who is exceptionally dedicated to animals. And I don't really think that's the case. I don't think I am particularly more so than other people, like a guy of the animals. Like I said, I'm not like remotely opposed to the animals, but I'm not like losing my mind over them. Alright. We're gonna play around a little bit with some visual settings here. Let's reset me to a normal size. Me down here. And change the screen capture. Application window. Dark Souls. Souls that are dark. No, yeah, you definitely are, Blue. You absolutely are. You absolutely are. And something like that. Absolutely that. Let's change the stream category to Dark Soul. Dark Souls. Dark Souls. Let's see. 14 minutes until the next ad break. I might run the ads a little bit early. Let's just do a little bit of testing here, because... So how is this noise-wise? Oh, actually, there's an important question to ask ourselves here. I don't have the text for this one. Let's set that up. Let's set that up. The game is very quiet right now, so hold on a second here. I'm just gonna do some things with, Constantina? No. Deja Vu Seraph is nasty. Liberation Seraph's okay. Do I have Garamond on this? Let me note those. Okay. Yes, I will remember to put that in there. Does somebody want to go look at the last the VOD from last Sunday to look up what the death counter was at? While I play around with some text settings. It was not 53 because I died at least, I think it's 55. I died to the boss 53 times, but I think I died a couple more times getting out of the asylum. So I think we're at 53. I'm sorry, 55. I think we're at 55. 57, you think? Okay, 57 sounds right to me. I'm going to set up the no spoilers warning. Yeah, I think I died once to gravity. Wow, that's a lot of languages I do not speak. Okay. All right, let's put that there and okay, pin it there. Pin that, pin that. And let's go here and filter, scroll. Thank you, Blue, thank you, Blue. Thank you, Blue. 57. 57. Okay. Okay. I'll have to adjust this death counter as we go. And ads are coming in a minute, so that's actually a good place for us to take the ad break. For us to take the ad break. Yeah, here we are. We're on Almantas. 71 hours in Almantas. Loud on my end, but I can adjust that on my end. How is that for you guys volume-wise? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Very low? Okay, does that sound good? Switched over to game sounds now? Okay. Okay, okay. I will run the ad break and we'll be back in a few moments, folks. I will just run the ads. We'll be on the away screen. Cut the music by like 30 in the SFX. I was just going to cut the entire source, to be honest. I was just going to cut the entire source. Like that. I might not... Oh, okay, there's a... Brightness, PC settings... Oh, there we go, there's music and sounds. Okay, I will do that. Alright. And hello, Arrow. Hello, Arrow. How's this volume-wise? That's kind of the final question. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. I will run the commercials and we'll be back after that. See you in a moment, folks. Alright. So, last time, I did nothing but the tutorial. Hello, Matthew. Last time I did nothing but the tutorial. Important to pay respects to the dead. And so yes, for people who haven't been here before, I am doing a blind Dark Souls playthrough. I have played the game for almost 100 hours, so I do know a little bit. That will be up to Mix. Actually, I guess here's the question. What do people think I'm going to do? Given where I'm at in the game, what do people think I'm going to do? Actually, no, you're not supposed to tell me. You're not supposed to tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Hello, bird. The elevators aren't going to be on for a minute, but I do think... there was a place... Wave at the mother and child. All of them lead to death, some more than others. Yeah, so I know that... So that way goes up, right? I can go this way, and it will go up. I can go this way, and it goes down. No, I beat the demon on screen. I beat Asylum Demon on screen. I have only just landed here. I haven't done anything while I've been here. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's a very reasonable thing to do, Theo. But no, I did beat the Asylum Demon. And then I died. Not strictly speaking last stream, but yeah, 3 streams ago. 3 streams ago. Soul of a Lost Undead. Try everything. Let's see if the bird responds to any thing I can do. Yeah, last Dark Souls stream. Last time on Dark Souls. Last time on Dark Souls. Hello, Nyanomancer. Hello. How you doing, Mr. Mancer? Still can't figure out how you're supposed to communicate with this burb. Ah, I'm sorry. In what sense? In what sense? Are the Amish being screwed? Insensate the Amish. Couldn't be me. Alright. Oh shit, it's a cat. Now I can shout out the cat. The cat, now that I'm dead. Death has its privileges. Let's see, have I made any progress on leveling up? Nope. Still at 0. Only the dead know how to yell. Oop. 59. 59. Let's give it up for death number 59. Wonder what percentage of my inputs are misinputs. I think the controls are literally different than they were last time I played the game. Like literally different than it was like yesterday, like a couple days ago. Hello, Genosake. Right. Oop. Oop. I don't think I'm gonna count that one. I'm gonna count the death, obviously, but like I don't think that counts for a for paying my respects. Which is fine because the body is still unlooted. So, how you doing again, Osaka? You know what? Actually, you know what I should do? Test some of my intuitions here. Okay, so he uses kind of like a measuring stick, right? If I start here, that's about how far I roll. So put on my full armor. How does that change things? I feel so slow. Wow. How you doing, Emmerich? Oh yeah, I'm so much more vulnerable. Holy crap. That was my intuition. I did feel like I was super slow. Not good. Hope you're doing. I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired and I'm pretty sick. The illness is gradually leaving me, but it was a kind of chunky day for me, and I am kind of pushing myself. Right. I'm kind of pushing myself a little bit here. Kind of making myself do my streaming. I'll try the other route for the moment. Still plenty of stuff to do in the early phases here. Ow. Oh. Not gonna count that one. Still gotta pay my respects to that guy. They hate fleshies like us. They're pretty fleshy as too. They're pretty fleshy too. They're pretty fleshy too. It's not like one of us is fleshy and the other isn't. They just hate me for having my my tan. Wee. Some are Skelly-Man. Some are Skelly-Man. These guys are fleshy. The Skelly-Mans are might be fleshes. These guys are on a more baroque level of caring about these things. Hello, Prigar. Hello, Prigar. Hello, Prigar. How are you doing, Prigar? Okay, let's see. And let's get you over here. Firebomber, this the... Many people, many such cases. Oh, there we go, okay. That counts, that counts. Nope! Still counts, still did the important part, But yeah, I think a lot of us are kind of, I don't know, it's not the strongest day for a lot of us, right? Oh. Alright, we're making some progress, If there's anything up here. Ow, ow, ow. Wee. Oh. Jugging and jugging. Okay, we're making progress, Hello, Madra Mimi. Hello. Hello. It's going well. We just started up, and I'm still, you know, getting some of my bearings, right? Still kind of getting a little bit of the bearings here right now. How are you doing, Miss Mimi? How are you doing, Miss Mimi? Folks should check out Mimi. Oop. Ow. Okay, I thought... Never mind. I shouldn't think. I shouldn't think. Oh, I can come back to that later. And... like an unintended nap? Well, with the right attitude, you can turn it into an intended nap. The right attitude, you can turn it into an intended nap. I died. Shoulda just... Shoulda gone for the body that was being guarded by the rats. I know they did on a previous run, on a previous life, I figured out how to get to that. That one over there, but I don't remember how to do it. It's... maybe it's this way? Ow. Little plague fella as a treat. Do this. I did it. Ring of Sacrifice. What is a Ring of Sacrifice? I think it's a ring. Lose nothing upon death, but ring breaks. I don't want to use that. So clumsy. The number of misinputs I do is just incredible. I feel like a third of my inputs are misinputs. Chug a jug. Number 68. Number 68. We're about to have... yeah. Oh yeah, I mean it happens. It happens. It happens. Jumping in this game is kind of janky. Or I guess I would say high skill is probably more accurate. There's a high skill ceiling on that. I feel like there's a lot of skill in the jump. And getting the big air. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Should probably start prepping now. Death number 69 to the rat. Hell yeah, brother. Have an exam like 2 hours. Yeah, you should. You should. You should. I mean, I don't know what your prep ritual is for stream. I'm sorry, for exams, right? Different people have different ways of relating to exams and what they want to do with those exams. And I'm not going to tell you what is the best method, other than that being calm and well rested when going into an exam is usually a priority. I don't know how to deal with that. Way to get past you. That item is very carefully guarded. Yeah, going in with the right, because I mean presumably you've been studying, all right. You know, like presumably you aren't going to get a lot of knowledge out of those last 2 hours. But sometimes reviewing those last 2 hours helps. Sometimes reviewing those last 2 hours helps, depending on what you're reviewing. You know, gets you in the right mindset. But it's more important to be in the mindset and the mental space for the exam. This one will be a breeze? Good. Good, 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 good. You know, trying to get overconfident, but... Oh. Very funny, I basically missed that. Ah, dang it. So close. So close. I know that there's a resting point. There's a rest station right nearby. I don't think I can Gabriel Knight my way past this, rat. Go in here. Something I'm missing here. Don't look like it. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, there's somebody. May need some respect. Alright, alright. Alright. Alright, alright. I'm making some progress. I'm learning. The thing is, like, I do know a fair amount of what's happening in this area. So I'm not too... This is not too much like novel exploration. Right, you know, I've gotten past this area twice before. So I kind of know what's happening here, right? We're not really hitting new stuff. I think I remember, this is part of the reason why I want to do this, I have a vague memory that there is a locked door. There's a locked door up this way. And I took the master key this time. Go up here first. Ow. Ow. Come on, brother. Hello, Da Vinci. Hello, hello, hello. Close enough? No, not close enough. Not close enough. Not taking that. Not taking credit for that one. Close enough was in reference to the angle, not to completing the ritual. Alright. How was the journey till now? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Whee! Lip past you. I don't know how to get past this rat. This giant rat, I've gotten past him before, and I don't know how I did it. It's not open from this side. Which I think is kind of an interesting thing, right? Like, does not open from this side. It's a metal grate, right? And so I think that kind of, like, just, like, emphasizes the sheer, like, patheticness of our protagonist, right? Like, oh, hold on. Oh. Like, we're so loser core, right? That, like, we can be defeated by just, like, a little bit of metal. It's like, how are we supposed to take on somebody who's wearing, like, actual purpose-built armor? So that just, like emphasizes to me again that, like, how much the game is about, like, going places. Who's ready for a lockdown 2.0? I think of all the people on the planet, I'm probably one of the people who is most ready for a lockdown 2.0, but what's the logic for there being a lockdown 2.0? Unless that's like a video game that I'm not familiar with. Lockdown Protocol? Is Lockdown Protocol getting a 2.0? Is that the game in question? Oh, that was Hantavirus, wasn't it? Or am I thinking about something different? Yeah, there's always new strains. So I did... Big hats. Big hat. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know if we're ever going to have a lockdown again. I think that the biggest lesson our political establishment got from the previous rounds of lockdown is that, like, if there are going to be less than 100 million dead, don't do anything. That seems to be, like, the overall lesson. Like 100 million is, like, the bare minimum. Oh, blue's just very millennial. Even like 10, 20 million dead is not gonna do anything. Oh, there's Shark Ray. Got a wooden shield. Okay, I got the wooden shield. Okay, okay. So we're slowly... It's honestly kind of fascinating how, like... Yeah, it's not because like it's the way of going places. There's a certain number of people for whom like lockdown really broke their brains, and like I was a person who was pretty affected by it. But mostly because it made me realize that I was like, I had been torturing myself for no reason by continuing to go to like bars and restaurants. Like that's kind of how I feel about it, is like I could just not have done those things. I just didn't need, those are things like I found unpleasant and I stopped doing them for a while and I realized I can just not do them. Yeah, my social life was like fine. Yeah, Sharker, that's something like that's something that hit me, right? Was like how aggressively people just like did not give a shit. And then it's just like everybody became worse drivers, which I've usually attributed to like like the brain damage effects of COVID. Balls. Yeah, and it was I mean, as ever, like I was really affected by. Also, hello Dizzy, hello Dizzy. I was really affected by how much, particularly like left-wing activists, just were willing to just be right-wing activists. Also, hello Bones, hello Rexy Raibu. Wait, no, I already said hello to Bones. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Yeah, my workplace was better during COVID. The part that drove me insane was not COVID, but the way like work was after COVID. Yeah, I didn't have spend it with my family. I spent it with my roommates, but like I was already like a pretty, what I thought was pretty online at the time, and I have since learned is not particularly online. Uh, I don't know, that's just ridiculous. I still mask most of the time just because it's like the alternative is to just like be sick all the time. And that's just unpleasant. Round. Oh. Hmm. Like a bomb. Oh, come on. Let me through. Something over here? More dude. I don't think I'm getting out alive at this point. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that people in my in my family who did not live in New York were reporting was completely insane. I feel like living in New York was incredibly civilized by comparison to some of the nonsense I was hearing. Like I was just like I remember my family was reporting so many people just like hoarding toilet paper to the point where like you couldn't buy toilet paper, and that was just like not a problem I had. Well, New Yorkers don't usually didn't mask before. Um, yeah, New Yorkers didn't mask before. They don't mask very much now. Masking rate in America is very low compared to in Asia. Um, but New Yorkers are kinder and more polite people than any other Americans. The heck was that? Video bitrate seems low. I am not on my standard setup. I am not on my standard setup. I am on my. I am traveling very much. I am very, very much on travel. Also, Dizzy, thank you for the watch streak. So yeah. So the bitrate's going to be a lot lower because I'm not on my standard computer. I'm not on my standard internet connection. We are at high levels of scuff right now. Oh, there's a fellow. Oh, never been here before. That's neat. Oh, that might be an avenue of exploration. Oh, to give an idea of how rare bidets are in the United States. Oh, undead! Oh my goodness, that was super loud. Hold on, undead. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing, undead? What were you doing? What were you doing? Oh yeah, that one's not gonna work. That one's not gonna work because the bot's not running. Streamerbot is not running right now because of. Hold on, can I jump down here? Nope, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. There we go. Now I can pay attention. Did you do the formal shout out at Undad? What were you doing, Undad? What were you doing? If you're wondering why I'm saying undad, that's how that's what Nari calls undead commander. How was your stream? How was your stream? What were you doing? We were here before. Oh, that sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. We were here before. Looks super cool to me. That one does actually look super cool to me. That one does actually look super cool to me. I do like that game series. But yes, welcome in Raiders. Welcome in Raiders. Hello Noir. Hello Noir. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Undead. Thank you, Undead. And hello, Noir. Hello, Noir. Yes, so for the Raiders, a couple things, actually. I'm a little bit out of it because I'm a little bit sick, so apologies. My name is Almantas. I am a former professor of sociology and a current VTuber. I'm an old man who loves old things. I mostly do calligraphy streams and paint miniatures. I am traveling right now and doing some cat sitting, so I do not have access to my hand cams or my usual good microphone. So I'm using a much more scuffed setup. I am playing Dark Souls. This is a blind playthrough. I do not know what I am doing at all. I am very, very bad at it. I am very, very bad at it. I do not know what I am doing. We have beaten the Asylum Demon. Did I put in this death? Was that death 79 or 80? That one I just had. Did I change it? Oh. But yes. Yes, this is a blind playthrough. I do not know anything about the mechanics. Might be 80. Okay, I'll put it down as 80. We can check the save file when I get back home. That's only gonna be in a couple of days, so it's not really that big of a deal. Oh, and let me go over to dashboard. Fenrir Aldebrand, thank you for the follow. Yeah. This is actually, so to clarify a little bit about what's happening here, this is my third attempt, so to speak. I have two other save files, one that are on the same game, that are on the same computer. They are cumulatively blind, but I still remember things from the previous runs. The furthest I have gotten is up to Sif. Um, so I kind of know what's happening in Undeadburg. I kind of understand Undeadburg, but I have not been coached in anything about the broader mechanics of the game. I do not understand many major elements of the game. Yeah, Meeberg. Yeah, Meeberg. Uberg. So I am figuring my way out. I'm stumbling through. The first time I played through as Wretched, and I got to Quelleg, and I died 1,337 times, and all of my weapons broke, so I started a new save file as Cleric, and that one did beat Quelleg, and then because it was over a year break, I decided to do another run, and we're doing Pyromancer right now. As you can see by the fireball. As you can see by the fireball. So, I do know a little bit about what's going on here. I know how to navigate here. I have a theory. I have a theory I want to test out. But so far, we're just kind of going through here. I like to, you know, pay respects to any corpses I find. So we've got... No. Ow. There we go. This one already? Need to be studied in a lab. I'm just bad at games. Like, I don't think this is that exciting. I think a lot of boomers are bad at games. I don't think it's really that unusual. I don't think it's really that unusual. But yes, Undead and also all of the raiders, if you need to raid and run, feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. I would not like anybody to feel like they are being held hostage here. That would make me very, very sad. Holding you hostage? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're my friend, Noir. You are my friend, and I hope that you are having a lovely time. I'll try to get past these guys. Interesting. They say chainmail in this game. They say chainmail in this game. I'm playing Pyromancer. I don't think I have a mace. I have an axe, I think. Oh wait, no, I do have a mace. I do have a mace. There. I have this thing. There we go. That's what you mean. Okay. I don't have it out because it's heavy. Aha! Ow. Have a good night, Noir. Oh, hello. Hello. How do I get out of here? Sticky wicket. Hello, Tohu Bohu. Hello, Tohu Bohu. Yes, it is. It is I, the nerd. That was neat to get up there, but I don't know what it was worth. Oh, I guess it's a balcony. Okay, and... Yes! Use the master key. I still haven't leveled up. Still haven't gotten the resources to level up. Still says progress 0. Okay. I wasn't planning on it. I was planning on playing through the series. Door. Master key, use master key. Master key is paying dividends. It still says 0 whenever I try to level up. I mean, I did level up before, but I don't know. I also don't remember everything. This is cool. This is new. This is new. Or maybe I did this on one of the save files, but not another one. Oh, hello. Gotta rewatch my own VODs. Oh, they're so long. Oh, hell yes. This is what... Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. I think I know where I'm at. He's not following me. That's good. Yeah, I've been here before. I've been here before. I'm just reorienting myself. I think I know where I am. Oh yeah, let's get away from you first. Oh, whoop. Not like that. That's spooky. A little bit turned around here, but I think I'll be okay. Okay. This is what I was hoping for. I think... somewhere around here. Oh! Easy Pete's. Scared me. This is what I was thinking about. Yes. Yes, making real progress. Making real progress. Before I forget, I need to... Yes. Yes. Yes, I remember. This is what I was hoping for. But Jesus, that's a lot of motion blur. The elevators are some, like, the most obviously fantasy elements in this, even more than, like, the dragons. Watch streak, nice. Oh. Search for blast on Google shows my neighborhood? My neighborhood specifically? That's crazy. Or does it mean like your neighborhood isn't the generic you? Like anybody's neighborhood? Or does it mean Mr. Rogers' neighborhood? The generic you. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Important stuff. Okay, that counts. Even if I die right now. Oh god, I've got a bunch of stuff. That was a bunch of stuff. I don't know if any of that's useful. Put that stuff away. Hold on, let's see. Yep, still at 0. Well, the required souls went down. I'm pretty sure it said 679 before. I'm pretty sure it said 0 out of 679 before, so... making some sort of progress. Alright, have a good night, Tohu. It was good to see you. See, what's... Nope, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Okay, the bonfire's on the left side, as I go deeper. Yeah, yeah. Make sure you get rest. Make sure you get rest. It is late. It is pretty late for us Americans. We are into deep DGen hours. Go this way. Yeah. Oop. Oh, hello. Memory's funny. I don't have a generally good memory, especially not for experiences. I don't have a strong memory for experiences. I have quite a lot of like old friends and family members who are frequently frustrated with me because I don't remember, you know, things that happened to me a long time ago. I can remember charts and tables and things of that nature, but you know, things that actually just like happen to me personally tend to be pretty difficult. And I don't think it's that I don't know if they're like obliterated. I don't know if they're like obliterated from my mind, but my recall, I have a lot of trouble recalling them. My recall is very slow, halting, and uncertain. Oh, you nearly knocked me off there. No, so it's not that surprising to me that I forgot. You know, okay. Ow. 7. Nah. I feel like I'm making good progress right now, to be honest. Although I need to remember to send the elevator back up. I feel like we're making pretty good progress right now. I feel like it took me a very long time to get this far before. Probably. You know, hitting an enemy does cause a certain amount of knockback, but I'm trying not to, like, disturb the ecosystems I'm moving through too much. Because I feel like I'm the asshole here. Right? I already feel like I'm kind of just, like, the huge asshole who's, like, causing people problems. Like, it's the Valley of the Drakes, not the Valley of the Me, right? Oh, huh, is that a slower dodge? That's interesting. So even just using the shield is, like, slowing me down. Or is it having this in the offhand? Oh. Maybe. I kind of feel like I'm just like I'm the asshole here. Oh yeah, that's so much better. That's so much better. This guy wakes up, but it does mean that we have an opportunity to pay our respects. I wonder if stealth man. This input. Yeah, it's a big boy. Great sword. Oh, here we go. I do. Oh. That's where Chet has to go. Okay. 88th death. Kinda knew that was gonna happen. Forget to send the elevator up again. Bah. My intelligence. Not the brightest. Yeah, I know that there's a number there that ticks up sometimes, but it's really distracting, so I just try not to look at it. That's the thing, like, in quite a few games, like, it's like, sometimes they give you information that, like, I don't know what to do with, or, like, and so it's kind of just, like, more distracting than it is useful, and I'm very compulsive about reading. Had this discussion with a friend earlier today of, like, this friend of mine, like, they take showers for, like, 2 minutes. Is, like, how long it takes them to take a shower, and I was like, that's crazy. I don't even think I'm a particularly slow shower, but I like to take 10-15 minutes when I shower. And she was just like, what are you even doing in there? And it's like, that's, like, my time to have no, like, electronics or stimulation. And then it'll take, like, longer. Sometimes it'll take, like, 20 minutes if I, like, want to, like, relax a little bit in there. And she's just like, how? Like, you're just doing nothing. Take, like, 30 minutes to relax in the shower. I don't know. Oh, hell yeah. What we're here for? Yeah, I unfortunately have a lot of hair to wash. Use the master key. The master key is OP. Master key is incredible. Master key is breaking the game. We're gonna go back because I know where we are, but oh my god. Master key is amazing. This is the best. The best item. Arguably OP. Okay, because now we're getting up to a boss fight that I don't think I can avoid. I like this area though. I do like Blighttown. Pretty fucked up and evil, I will say that. Oh! Drying off. Oh my god, I keep on forgetting about this. Nearly went in the pit. Nearly went in the pit. I did not. I had one task. But nobody ever said I was smart. I had one job. Okay. Oh, wow, that was a lot of lag right there. Okay. Well, the good part is... health has been improving. I'm still pretty congested. And a little bit, like... sore and tired. Part of it, I think, is actually just that, like... You're not... when you have an infection, you're not supposed to exercise until you're, like, really recovered. And so I think the lack of exercise is starting to kind of get under my skin. Yeah, working out is just one of those things that just improves my whole shtick so much. There's not a hole there. And so when I'm like, yeah, when I'm just kind of like lazing around and like reading and playing video games, it kind of has a pretty negative effect. Not so much on my mood, but on my like malaise. That's a good word for it. The malaise. I develop a malaise. Suffer a malaise. Doesn't seem right. Something seems wrong here. There's gotta be something over there. And see a little bit more of what's happening here, but it still doesn't tell me very much. General sense of sickness. Yeah, yeah. General sense. Alright. Now let's see how many times I mix up roll versus interact while I'm here. Something that I am... I think I'm like... I think my accuracy on hitting interact is like... It's probably like under 50%, right? Like I am screwing it up a lot. See, there was one right there. Did it again. Did it again. Defeated by the controls. People say the camera is the real boss of Dark Souls. I just like using the controls at a basic level seems to be a real bear for me. I did send it back this time, thank heavens. I don't have quite the strong reaction to motion blur that a lot of people do, but like, that was a level of motion blur that was actually kind of making me queasy. Ooh, that was nasty. Yeah. Well, for me, it's just kind of funny. I think it's kind of just like the different games thing, right? Like, I'm like this like old PC gamer, and so to me, the idea that you have just like the one interact button is crazy. And like, I know that this is like, it's so old at this point, right? Like, it's such an old standard. That like you just have like the one interact button. Arguably Doom had it, but it is kind of crazy to me to use it just as like this like one all-purpose button. I guess in Doom it was just kind of like the like open doors button, right? Alright, let's get past here. There we go, finally, finally. Third time's the charm. Third time is the charm. I use a lot. No, was that fourth? Oh, this fourth time. Yeah, yeah, disease. And like... Hold on, now I'm stressing out. These guys kill me all the time. No! Oh, didn't die. Didn't die. Oh, hello. Got a chug. Okay, this is... There we go. We're on good track now. We're on good track now. Now we're at the stressful part. Good. How are we on time? Because I am undead, normally I could wear armor. Let's try some things out here, because we saw how slow my rolls were before, so let's... I don't want that in the left hand, I want that in the... Oh. Unable to wield that. Hello, Gringotts. Hello, Gringotts. Okay, so even if I... So it's not a matter of... handedness. How are you doing? How are you doing, Green Gods? Okay, so I still get the fast rolls if I do that. Okay, okay, so even if I don't have it on hand, it still slows me down. Okay. I can't tell if that slows me down or not. Feels like it slows me down? It might need to just be like this. Excellent. Enjoy your beer. Enjoy your beer. I am not going to be imbibing because I didn't bring any alcohol with me to my friend's place. Oh yeah, these boulder guys. Ow. EP boy with things to do tomorrow. Okay, good luck. Good luck with the sleep. Legs domain. So like pretty obviously Quilleg doesn't give a crap about fire. Right, like but maybe okay. Good night. Okay, so who's ready for our first Quilleg death? Maybe, maybe. I mean, even with the muscle memory, it still took me like 100+ deaths. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty non-optional fight. Oh yeah, this is how you die. Oh, I should have died there. I don't know why I didn't. RNG, I guess. Honestly not bad. Honestly not bad. All things considered, not bad. Not a bad start. I think slightly preferred going around this way. Oh, hello. Ow. That's not an efficient use of your blood, Miss Mosquito. Goodbye, rock. And hello, spiderwebs. Take a sip. I have no idea how much damage I'm doing. Let's take a chatterino around here a little bit. That's more like it. That's a more normal. That's more normal. That's more normal. That's more normal. Yeah, she just bodies me in one hit. While I'm fiddling with the controls. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Evasion is the name of the game, baby. I feel like that's the best strategy. I think you get lost a lot. I feel like that's part of the fun, right? Lol. Am I in the way, by the way? Because Chatterino's in the way of me telling what's happening. And so I'm assuming that my body is in the way. Yeah, I think getting lost is part of the fun, right? Like, you know, I like playing Helldivers, I like playing Warframe. It's not impossible to get lost in those games, but it's pretty hard and pretty low consequence. Oh. Alright, as long as my Fugi isn't covering up something important. They stopped making things available for the Switch regularly? Splat. Yeah, I appear to be playing the slightly harder version for some reason. I don't know. This is the version that I already owned when I thought of this. Or just visual fidelity, okay. I like the visuals in this game a lot. It feels I don't know, feels weird. I mean, that's one of those things like I was thinking about quite a bit today was the Star Fox thing. where, like, the new Star Fox just looks worse than Star Fox 64. Easier to see what's happening? Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, there's a distinct lack of art style, and, like, it's just kind of, like, it's just kind of muddy looking. It's like Rebuild. Like... Okay, we're doing pretty appreciable damage. I'm gonna try something out here. Okay. I don't know why the hyper-realistic look. I don't even know how realistic it is. It's kind of like... I mean, the pro one, if they wanted to make it look sick as hell, that would have, like, actually motivated me, would have been if it looked like Fantastic Mr. Fox. That would have ruled. Muppets, photorealistic animals in pet costumes is, I think, also pretty funny. I'm also into that. This one's just like... just looks like crap. Yeah, stop motion. There's so many options. There's stop motion, there's Muppets, there's, photorealistic animals, and then have it, like, animated like the death of the reprobate or something like that. That would have been amazing. This is just kind of like the worst of all worlds. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I was tempted to try to set up Star Fox 64 for this. Oh, that's pretty funny, that's pretty funny. How do I deal with this one? I'm kinda curious about this. Okay, so she is in fact actually just like a... maybe fire doesn't do damage to enemies, maybe it's just a utility thing. That would make sense why people were saying that they thought I would like it. Oh, gotta get away, gotta get away. Yeah, no, that's what I thought as well. I honestly thought that before we even started this fight. But... ow. I think I'm doing quite well. I think I'm doing really well. This is... I think that's actually pretty impressive. I think I'm doing pretty impressive. The hand axe is definitely my best option. Should double check my inventory, right? Okay. I can't use the straight sword, can't use the demon great hammer, and the pyromancy flame isn't functional. Spider shield I think has poison resists. So maybe that will matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. Lol. Hello, Mew29A. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, spoiler, 1 + 1 = 2. Some games don't give a shit, right? Some games do not give a shit about damage types, right? Some games it just fully does not matter at all. You know, like in, there's a pyromancer in, Rabbit and Steel. And just, nobody's immune to the pyromancer's damage. No matter how associated they are with fire. Admittedly, I don't know any bosses that are super associated with fire in that game. Deltarune has damage types that matter like twice over. That's very funny. I'm not really sure either. Oh. Oh yeah, so back in 2024 is when I started playing Dark Souls, and the kind of like core of the whole thing was just like, how many people got to 2024 without knowing what Dark Souls is? Like at all. Like I didn't know that Dark Souls was real time. In 2024 I did not know that Dark Souls was real time. I didn't know that it was a fantasy setting. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. Pretty aware for a long time. Yeah, none of my siblings ever got into it. I had some friends who were into it, but they were very insistent on like, no, just play it. And this is why I have this version of the game, is that a friend bought it for me back then and was like, you just gotta play it. Just trust me, you'll love it. And to be fair, they're right, I do love it. I am enjoying it quite a bit. But I think it's particularly fun to be streaming it. I'm actually really glad that I held off on playing it until I was already a streamer. I think it's really paid off. I think it's been an absolute blast of a time. Yeah, I can see the Glorantha inspiration in it pretty clearly. I can obviously see the Glorantha content in here. I can see some of the like this in particular, right? Like this is like a very much Quelleg in particular feels like a very like King of Dragon Pass inspired thing, specifically what's it called? Craig Spider. So like a Craig Spider thing. Poor Craig Spider. She's so cool. It's fighting fantasy by Glorantha. Yeah. And it's I can see the inspiration from stuff like Lands of Lore and things like that. So I can definitely see it. Obviously Elric, like all Japanese. I know, right? I know, right? Sorry if I'm not actually gaming right now. I'm fixing my hair. All right, let's chug and get in there. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh. Yeah. That makes sense. Ah, boo. My least favorite thing for her to do. I don't know. Get out and... Oh, bad choice. Bad choice on my part. Okay, at least that lava's gone, so that's good. Alright. Oh. Oh, well, that's it. We're about to have Death 100. That one was looking pretty good. Oh, I did miss the last ad break, and I might want to take it because I am thirsty and need to pee. But we'll go up to Death 100. And then I'll run an early-ish ad break, I guess. Mechanically, the game that this always reminds me the most of is Ocarina of Time. Like all these rolls feel very Ocarina of Time to me. The new Zelda. So hold on, I'm gonna take a break. Oh, your roll button's labeled attack. Yeah. So I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna stretch my hands out. Controller always gives me a lot more hand problem. Oh, that was fast. Death number 99 was a quick one. Death number 99 was a quick one. Sometimes you just gotta get it out of the way, right? Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. They got me there. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Bonk. The hulking hurlers. Yeah, a lot of... I know I like to mention Glorantha, but it does feel like it's specifically a lot of Dungeons and Dragons inspiration. Very specific Dungeons and Dragons inspiration, not like literally like nothing else. Okay. Let's see how this one goes. Let's see if I can... Okay. Okay, good. That fire cleared up. Oh. Forgot about that move entirely. Yeah, Blue, you were really right. My muscle memory is, like, holding up pretty well. I guess it makes sense that I would remember this part of the game really well. Because I died here like 400 times. Yeah, considering this is like a pretty significant percentage of the entire time I spent playing the game is just this fight over and over again. I'm actually doing really good. This is going pretty smooth. I guess the key is to be sleepy and sick. I don't know if it's good streaming, but it is me winning. Ooh. Annoying. That meme, are you winning, son? Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. Got her down by over a third. Okay. Come on, get over here. I could feel it in my bones that she was going to go for that one. I need to pay attention Okay, that area's down. As long as I can see... Oh, nope. Nope. Should have died there. Should have died there. Whoop, whoop. Close. Okay, no big lava flows on the ground right now. No big lava flows are on the ground right now. I think she's below 50% now. If I'm reading that right. Okay, now there's big lava flows. Oh, not big lava flows, just a little one. A little one. Now there's a big one. Nope, still a little one. Oh, that's annoying. I'll just drag her away. Come on. Come on, get over here. There we go. Ah, now there's gonna be a big one. Boo. Okay, good. That one's cleared up. Oh, dang it. I was really relying on my memory there. That was luck more than anything else. Okay. Annoying. I should have healed. Should have healed anyway. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was like 2/3. Like 2/3. Okay. Death number 100, I am going to run the commercial because I haven't used the bathroom in a minute. So, we'll be back in a few moments. Enjoy the ad break. Oh. Enjoy the ad break. I'll be back in a few minutes. I need to actually type in the commercial command correctly. There we go. Alright, we're back. We're back. That run was really good. If I think if I struggle with it some more, I might change up what I'm doing, because it did occur to me that there's some places I haven't been that I would like to go. I think there's actually still some things to do in the Undead Burg left. Actually, quite a few that I can remember. But more in the garden, I think. I think I can activate the elevator into the parish. Trying to remember, because I've beaten Quelleg, I've never beaten the Bell Gargoyle. It would be crazy. It would be a crazy change of pace for me if I beat a second boss on the second stream. That would be a nuts change of pace from previous runs, right? Perfect timing. Just want to make sure that I can continue to see. See the fire on the ground. It looks like it cleared up. Not that fire, obviously. Well, and obviously not that fire. Doug. Good. Fire cleared up. Going. Okay, good. That fire cleared up. Cool. Ah, boo. Nearly died there. Not as impressive as last run, but we're not the worst. Okay. Poison's gone. No! There we go. Oh! Funny. Goofy. But okay, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot here, mentally. And that would be pretty incredible if I beat 2 bosses in 2 streams. That would be crazy. That would be nuts. We'll see how I do. I'm already pretty tired, so this might not be a very long stream. You know, it's to a certain extent, right? You know, streaming, you got to keep doing it, right? Like, you're not going to get better if you don't do it, and you know, there's only so much that I gain. By just sitting around, right, and resting. Hello. One of the cats is... Okay. One of the cats was staring at me very briefly, and then she lost interest very, very quickly. Yeah, she was interested in me for... Oh, I should have had another chug before I went in. Alright. Classic cat, yep. Need to remember to wait until the red zone completely clears. I would generally... It's one of those things that's kind of interesting to me. It's like, I did not grow up with cats, but I think I get along with cats pretty well. And it's mostly just, I just don't make... I don't feel particularly compelled to try to make cats love me on my terms. They get to do what they want to do. And I just try to meet them where they're at, right? Ow, ow, ow. Okay. One chug left. Keep track of where the fire is. Roughly behind me right now. Not behind me right now. There we go. And... Ah! That's annoying. Certain lack of consistency. I don't know if all cats like me. I certainly haven't done like any sort of scientific survey of millions of cats. It's... I would say by default cats like me, but I am sure there are quite a few cats out there that just despise me. I just... can't think of any off the top of my head. And it may be that I'm just simply not paying attention enough, right? It may be... Or maybe my standards are very low. That's always a possibility, right? Like, it's... You know, just your basic concept with detection, right? That's, I don't know, it's one of those, like, very basic chemistry insights that's always stuck with me, is that, like... Oh! Focus Alberta! I need to turn down the alert sound. It is... That is echoing in my head. Holy moly. That is echoing. Let me get in here. Hold on. I think it's with the monitor for that. Okay, I don't know how that works. Okay, welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing, Folkazau? What were you doing? Folkazau... There. Yes, there we go. Hello, Station was here. Hello, Inquasible. Good name, Inquasible. How are you folks doing? What were you up to, Folka? For the Raiders, I am Almantas VT. I'm a former professor of sociology and a current VTuber. I mostly do calligraphy and I paint miniatures. But today I am cat-sitting and not at my usual house, and so therefore I do not have hand cams, and therefore I am streaming myself playing some Dark Souls. This is a blind run. Please, no spoilers. So far quite good. We have just died right before you got in, 102nd time. We are at 102 deaths. We're at 102 deaths. I have beaten one boss so far. And I'm feeling pretty good about boss number 2. At the moment. I do know a little bit further into the game than this, because this is actually, like, I've played this game a little bit before on stream. It's all on stream. It's all on my VOD channel over on YouTube. I've played this game a little bit before, but the entire conceit of it is I've gotten up to Sif on another save file. But that was all streamed. All of my experiences have been streamed. I don't know diddly about the game's mechanics. At least one person today got really mad at me for being bad at the game. So be warned. Be warned. If you came here to watch pro Dark Souls technical gameplay, this is basically a cognito hazard. Actually, no, I think we had two people rage quit the stream. Tohu and Nora, I think, and Nora both rage quit. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. I'm shocked. I am shocked that I survived. Almantas did too at one point. The night stream? Yeah, it's well, I mean, in fairness, in the case of Tohu is mad at me because I am not improving. He's not mad at me for being bad at the game. He's mad at me for not getting better. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, no, that was many streams ago. That was not tonight. That was not tonight. If we're including other streams, then yes, other people have. I'm just talking about literally tonight. But no, I'm not mad at them. And Nora I don't think means it. Nora's just teasing me. Nora's just a really good friend, and I think she's just making fun of me. Annoying. Not feeling optimistic about this run right now. The more fire there is on the ground, the worse it is for me. I want to be doing sword attacks as much as possible. Hello, Rabbit Mutt. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, Rabbit Mutt? Oh my goodness, this is... She's got my number today. That's one of those attacks I can punish, but not right now. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh well. Oh well. RNG has generally been too kind to me, so I deserve to have some bad luck every once in a while, right? Yeah, and it's a genre that I'm just like not very comfortable with. So there's a lot of me just like dealing with the very bare basic minimums, right? You know, like this is not like a shooter or something like that, right? Where I have like some amount of expertise because I've been playing Doom and stuff like that for forever. Right, this is a genre I'm quite clumsy with. So the number of times I miss input is incredible. I have died at least 3 times tonight just by trying to go down a ladder and dodge rolling instead of hitting interact. Like just very fundamental discomfort with very basic parts of the game, like how do you use an ladder? F. Yeah, I deserved that one. I got greedy. Alright, that's death number 103. We're actually doing... This is crazy. This is actually crazy. The first time I got to Quell Egg, I died over 300 times. So the fact that we're doing this is... Man, that... I don't know. I'm getting very lucky tonight. I'm getting very, very lucky tonight. That last run was not as lucky as it could have been, but that happens, right? Also, I don't think I said hello to Sweaty Swordsman. I don't think I said hello to Sweaty Swordsman. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, I am mostly like a strategy gamer, right? I am primarily a strategy gamer. This kind of like action game is really unfamiliar to me. Probably the games that are like it that I'm the most familiar with are Ocarina of Time and Warframe. And the resemblance to Warframe is so vanishingly thin. It's not there. It's not there in any reasonable way, shape, or form. That's a very silly comparison to make. The comparison is this third person and you hit people with swords. That's about as far as it gets. Ugh. But yes, focus up. If you need to raid and run, I hope that you weren't waiting for me to give permission. But yes, if you or any of the people who came in with you need to raid and run, that is very, very permitted. If you want to stay here and chill out, that is also very permitted and encouraged, because this is usually a nice, chill, sleepy time stream. It's usually kind of where I try to keep things. And I'm at least having a chill time. I don't know if everybody's having a chill time, but I am having a pretty relaxed time. Wrong dodge. Ah, gotcha. Good. Handle what you need to handle. To be fair, Mix, you are very good at being angry. You and Noir just love being angry. And Nagi. I feel like a lot of my friends love being angry. I feel like that's a lot of my friends. They're just like people who like love to be angry. Yeah, that's good, Itsy Bitsy Bones. Oh, take that as a compliment. It's an ecosystem, right? I am fulfilling a valuable ecological niche for you folks. I don't know if it's a compliment or a discompliment. Wow, that's a bad sign. That I said discompliment instead of insult. The same as the girls here. Yeah, that's fair. Ow. Bad sign. And their anger is very funny, mostly. People seem to find your anger something. It seems to be the thing that people most want to see on your streams. You being angry, the angry bird. I don't think it's just for the sake of the reference. Oh. You don't really like it yourself? Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Blue might be the person to talk about it more. I just think you have interesting opinions, and you're my friend. So the fact that there's like an angry edge that comes through it is just kind of like sky is blue to me, I guess. My perspective is righteous. Ah, that might be it. That might be it. That might be it. There's definitely a hunger for righteous anger, right? There is a hunger for that. That like we live in a maddening world, and it's even more maddening. Oh, okay, failed that dodge. It's even more maddening to have people like downplay that and ignore that we live in a kind of maddening world. It's you know, I think a lot of us are angry a lot of the time. We have a lot of strong incentives to not show that anger. And so seeing anger on display that isn't just like incoherent baby raging feels affirming, right? And I guess this is kind of like, to the extent that I have a belief about human nature, it's that human nature is to like really want intellectual validation. Like, that's kind of what I think people really want. Much more than, like, comfort or success or anything like that, is they want to feel like they were right about the world. Ridiculous. Ridiculous way to go down. Oh. With people's seeming desire for you to express yourself emotionally? Yeah. And it's a meaningful type of emotion. I think it's, you know, to get gendered about it, right? To get into the gender of it all. Well, and there's people who do like the angry video game nerd thing, right? Where like where like instead of having any real emotions, they use like a form of over-the-top anger that excuses them from having to think through things clearly. And the fact that Mix refuses that type of anger is a nice antidote. You know, to have somebody who's not doing the like the baby throwing a temper tantrum kind of thing, because that's like a very common form of anger. Oh, that was a wrong button press. I was trying to chug, trying to quaff. Yeah, and it's there's a thing about the masculine gender, right, where like anger is an acceptable emotion, but it's like it's very embarrassing to watch people use anger as a substitute for other emotions that they might be feeling. It's not undignified as long as you're validating somebody. Yeah, which is a little bit crazy to me. Like, in the system of values that I've held, that's, like, even more self-degrading. Like, I don't think that getting owns on people is, like, makes you better. It makes you worse. I mean, I'm obviously capable of anger. I think people have seen me be pretty angry on stream a few times, so it's not like I'm incapable of anger. It's just... Oh. Oh, okay. One of the cats just walked over me. How you doing? He's already bored. F. Okay, that went well. Oh, she's coming here again. Oh. Hello, Spark Hoodie. I think you're fun despite your political, emotional commitment to being unfun. Maybe that's just because I'm a sicko. Get me out of the poison swamp. Blonk. Okay. Okay, that might be a good sign that I'm getting... Ugh. Yeah, it's a good sign that I'm pushing myself a little bit. I'm quite tired. I'll probably keep this going for a little bit longer, but I don't think we're going to win this one. I don't think... I was kind of hoping... It would have been really nice if I had managed to beat Queeleg this... this stream, because that would be like a good indicator for the potential for me beating the entire game. I wonder. She might not be necessary. Then I'll give this another shot. And then I think I might try something different. Yeah, Valley of the Drakes I think is a little bit easier to navigate than Undug Berg. So I think if I want to try what I'm thinking about... Thank you for the 7 stream watch streak, Sparkody. Thank you. And she knocked over my phone. Yup. Not surprised by that. Not surprised by that. There's stuff happening here. Oh, come on. Okay. I think... Okay, I think I'm gonna try something I was thinking about. For a second I thought she meant in like MMOs. I'm like, I don't think you are. Oh, come on. Don't really need more creatures relying on you to stay alive. Yeah. Hello, Wasteland Mad God. I'm having a pretty good time. I'm having a pretty good time. We got Quellig down to like down by like 3/4. Pretty good. But I don't think... I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from fretting Quellig. This is one of the jankier visuals in the entire game, is this thing, this ladder thing. Oh, nope, nope. Go. Hey, I like Blighttown. Not like a friendly place, but it's at least a funny place. And really isn't that what counts. Okay, I'm pretty much doomed. As I recall, Toxic I can't even heal through. I think it's the next layer up. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty consistent on this one, Wasteland. I like Blighttown. This is something that's pretty well established about me. I think Blighttown is funny and stupid in a way that I find pretty amusing. Didn't enjoy a dying of Britney Spears there, but that happens. If I recall correctly, the only way to deal with that is to just move faster. Oh, I'm dead. I think I've liked the catacombs the most of all the biomes. Berg, Catacombs, Blighttown, whatever the fireplace is below Blighttown, Valley of the Drakes, lower, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's not enough. I'm gonna die of poison no matter what. I just need to not get poisoned is the actual answer there. Well, poison's fine, but toxic is not. Toxic will just kill me. I think maybe if I put on a shield. I'm not really using the hand axe or anything anyway. I think the spider shield has more poison resist / toxin resist. Chad is covering up where the stats are in the window, so I'm just like going off of vibes. I've been to the Giants Deep or whatever it is called, the Tomb of the Giants maybe? Giants Deep is a funny way to phrase it. But I haven't been there enough to really develop an opinion. Oh, and the parish, I guess. Is the parish its own biome, or is it just part of the undead bird? There we go, that's what it was. Okay. I think I'm good. Oh, yeah, what's it called? I forgot what the name of that biome is. I mean, I'm about to go through there. That's my plan, is to go through that biome right now. But, that's where I'm on the way to. But it's not Butterfly Zone, right? It's... Garden or something like that? The garden? Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. Ow! Dang it. Dark Root Garden. Dark Root Garden. Which is kind of interesting. I think it's supposed to feel like a wildlands, which is not what a garden is at all, right? Like a garden is all about like appearing. Is about something that looks like nature, but is clearly about man's dominion over nature, right? Nix's level of weeb is, may shock and amaze you. There's a story behind it. Good for it. That's fair, that's fair, that's fair. I've spent a fair amount of time there. I did like it. So, I can juke you pretty easily. And juke you. And I think we're home free. No! Incredible. Incredible. Fantastic. Back to the pit. Into the hole. That's what I get for trying to be clever. That's what I get for trying to be intellectual about this game. Period thriller about just assassins. If you say Taisho period, that'll kill me. Or early Showa. But yeah, there's a dark guy over this way. I think I can also just evade him by just like slicing the pie correctly. And see, I think this game is very like player favoring. I think the game is very kind. Or at least to me. Maybe I am just incredibly lucky, right? It is possible that I'm just in the top like 0.1% of like RNG. Where the game is just like randomly kind to me and not to other people. Like, see, I should have just died there. At all. Always got time for at all. Whoop. Jidaigeki. Oh, hole. As long as I don't fall off a cliff, should be able. I say as I die immediately. Okay. Hmm. 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 Might not be in good enough shape. What I'm thinking of, what I'm trying to do. So, crowd nights. Okay. I'm not a big fan of climbing this thing. I feel like this game is very generous, right? Like, as long as I have the persistence to just keep on trying, eventually the random number generator will just give me victory. Well, it's possible it's not random, right? It's possible that it's like a gacha game that's got mercy. Ow. Leeches. I wonder, Blue. I wonder. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm using skill. I feel like I'm using luck. Which, you know, better, as they often say, you know, better lucky than good. Ow. Yeah, I was about to say, old Da Vinci. I mean, I'm thinking. My first thought as soon as I saw that was unfair flips. Unfair flips giving us the greatest game design philosophy I've ever seen. It's still echoing through my head. Heather Flowers tweeting out in all caps, "Games won't be art once I'm done with them." They're so cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. My inability to use menus. That was 10 missed inputs in a row. Yeah, there's, for example, the slot machine. Do not underestimate how much stubborn pride drives people to not quit an experience that makes them miserable. Yeah, ask me about graduate school. Admittedly, I had a good time in graduate school. Okay, there we go. Got it. Don't know what that does. Crunch. Crunch. Oh. And you know, remember the gaming commission is not about video games. It's about gambling, right? Things like Shifo are gaming, right? That people love. Or did for a while. You know, love these games. They're just like coin flips. Right? Because people are strange like that. Yeah, I think I might be done. I'm pretty gassed. Pretty gassed. I'm just looking around for a potential raid target. We're gonna be ending pretty abruptly. I'm just calling it. I'm just dead. I'm just dead. Okay. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Next stream will probably be Sunday or Monday. Probably Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to. I mean, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. You have anticipated my raid target. Uh, just. What's a good raid message here? You know what? And then. All right, all right. Thank you all for being here. I will be back Sunday or Monday. I'll hopefully be less tired. I will. The cats like me. The cats like me. At least one of them woke me up from a nap earlier, which is probably part of why I'm so tired. All right. All right. Thank you all for being here. We're going over to Eiko, who I like that fish. She is a nice lady. And we'll see you Monday or Sunday, 10 p.m. US Eastern.